That's the way to do it. You don't make any money paying the lines on Facebook for 7 in the morning. Especially people. Wait, Jack, this is Motogp? Yeah. Remember that winning the time? Jack, another money? Yeah. There's what? Oh, yeah. Isn't that the original shit? I can't even tell that. No. It's not the problem. Jack Schumer, he was going to show up for a shot. So they made a 4 spot. That wasn't enough. He should have made everyone start the race with their tires and then put and then all go in. You got a little rest? No. No, I'm going to use the rest of there. Let's go. I'm ready. Kaden. Which is next. Next one? Yeah. Same stuff. Yeah, Phil. Oh, yeah, we're just oh, sweet. Yeah. Because we're race next weekend. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, I'm looking. Not too big. It's not good actually over here. Yeah, this one's like where are you? Yeah, I'm gonna try. I was just talking
All right.
Do you know what time the press conference is supposed to be?
No, so it was supposed to happen immediately after.
It never quite works out.
Yeah, welcome to the post-race celebrations here at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin. You can see Jack Miller, he's having a conversation right now with race winner Alex Rins. These are two former rivals in Moto3. I'm actually hoping that Jack has got a bit of voice left to talk to us after that one, because I think he's been doing a bit of screaming inside that helmet, Jack. That's in 2016, seems like a long time ago. You've been awesome form all weekend here in Austin, the top Ducati in every session. Can you speak?
Yeah, I got a little bit left, but like you say, Aston was a long time ago, and that champagne out there tasted really good. It was, a long time between drinks, both for myself and for the Pramac team. So it's really nice to get back on the podium for us and to break this drought that I've had.
You had to work hard for it, Jack. You always have to work hard for a podium in Motogp. You went for the soft front tyre, soft rear tyre. In hindsight, which is a great thing, it looked like perhaps that wasn't the ideal choice, but you obviously had your reason for it. What was it?
Yeah, well, like you say, in hindsight, after speaking with both the two blokes that finished in front of me, they both said the exact same feeling that I had on Friday afternoon with the medium front, saying that they struggled a lot with locking, and today it felt a whole heap different, which can happen, but that's what we get for missing FV3. The soft front was great for the first 9-10 laps, and then I started having a lot of moments, especially on the right-hand side, through the long sequence of right-handers at the end there, and also through the chicanes. Every time I go to the other side, to the right side, it'd sort of wash a little, and had to give the old elbow sliders a good old test out, but managed to, I knew I wasn't going to be able to stay with them after I had the first moment. I was like, oh, we're already here. So I just tried to manage it as best I could. Could see I couldn't hang their pace. So I just was sort of looking for where the next guy was, which was Morbidelli at the time. And I was reading my pit board, but I could see him as I was exiting out of the stadium section into the long right. So I could see him coming out of the right before it. So I was just looking at him, and then it changed to Dobby, and I was just trying to manage that gap as best I could through just watching where they were, and then save a little bit of rear tyre. The rear tyre was great all the way through. Save it for the last lap, and then I had to go all out on the last lap because Dobby was on my tail.
I was just going to say, we're in cowboy country, Jack, but I don't think wild horses would have stopped you getting that podium today. But I mean, how much pressure was Dobby putting on you, and did you think, crikey, he's going to nick it from me right at the end here?
Yeah, well, I thought, when Morbidelli and him, I think they must have had a tussle, because I almost stretched it out to about 6 seconds there, and then I just saw 5.4, 5, 3.9, and I'm going, oh no, he's coming. And I'm just like, just don't make any mistakes. The thing was, don't make any mistakes. And I knew I had a lot of rear tyre left, like I said, but just try and manage it the best I could to where I could do a semi-decent last lap, and if I had to fight, I'd have to fight, So I was just trying to do that, and it came off all right.
As I just said, Jack, top Ducati in every session this weekend and in the race. Back-to-back top sixes, which is something you've only done once before in your MotoGP career. You probably should have had a top six in Qatar as well. It's been a brilliant start to 2019. Up next is the Spanish Grand Prix in Jerez. You're going there, obviously, with a lot of confidence. How do you feel about Spain in 2 weeks' time?
Yeah, definitely, like you say. Thank God the seat stayed on today. And, I mean, it's a shame Qatar ended like it did, but it makes you think what could have been. But, we're happy. We're, like you say, back in the top six again today, and going to Jerez and Le Mans, two of my other favourite tracks. So I got to, the first half of the season I really enjoy. It's the middle half where I normally struggle a little, so I just try to minimise the damage there, or try and adapt and make them work for me like these tracks have.
Just got one final question, Jack. This weekend the team's had a bit of sponsorship from Lamborghini. I've seen you driving around Austin in this nice new trick Lamborghini. After this podium today, do you get to keep it?
I'll have to put the feelers out, but I don't know if I want to keep it after I get it home tonight.
Jack, it's awesome to see you back on the podium for the first time since Aston 2016. They do say a good cure for a sore and dry throat is a few drinks, and I'm sure that's what you'll have tonight. Well done, mate.
Definitely, mate. Thank you, and I hope to join you with one. Cheers.
Well done, buddy. Yeah, welcome back to Austin. There's nobody with a bigger smile in the whole of the United States right now than this man, Alex Rins. Alex, what an unforgettable day for you. Your first win in MotoGP, Suzuki's first win since Silverstone in 2016. And I guess making it even more sweet is the fact that you beat the old master, Valentino Rossi. I mean, can you talk us through your emotions right now, Alex?
Incredible feeling. I can't explain my emotions, because when I cross the finish line, all these emotions explode on my body. During the race, I start very well on the beginning. Then in the end of the race, when I catch Valentino, when I was behind him at 1.5, 1.3, I was saying, "Come on, Alex, you can arrive. Never lose your faith." No. Finally, I fight with him 2 laps. Last 3 laps I did on the front, and I was riding good. No, a good feeling. 2 laps to the end, I did a small mistake on T11. And I was thinking, wow, now Valentino overtook me, and we will be difficult, to win the race. but you know, he come with me. We together goes a little bit way until 11. And the last lap, I tried to focus. I tried to put away all my nerves, and we did it.
What was going through your mind when you saw Mark crashing at turn 12? I mean, it was such a big surprise for all of us. I guess you were shocked as well. And how did that change your mentality for the remainder of the race?
Well, it was I've been surprised for sure, because you know, Mark here have a little bit an extra compared to everybody, like a little bit in Argentina. So I was saying, wow, he crashed. Sincerely, the track was a little bit on the limit on the tires, but we need to be happy, because we will. I be very smart. No, I think a lot, and finally we get the victory.
You've won here before in Moto3, you've won here in Moto2. Now you've got the full set, the hat-trick, you've won in Motogp. Winning for Suzuki and winning for the first time in Motogp, Alex, it's got to be one of the best moments of your entire career.
For sure, these emotions. I will arrive to Jerez with these emotions, but we need to be clear. We need to continue the same line. And now in Jerez, we come back to Europe, no, and we need to start on the same way.
I was just going to ask you actually about Jerez. It's going to be a huge weekend, all the Spanish fans there. You're right in the championship battle as well. What are your thoughts about Jerez and how the Suzuki will work there?
Well, Jerez for us is good track, you know, and now the layout is with new tarmac, so this can be a good thing for the Suzuki bike, and that's all. I'm really happy to arrive there, because you know, here in America, in Argentina, the fans are closer, no, but in Jerez are more closest. So it's incredible.
Now, I've got to just ask you one thing before you can start the celebrations. I'm sure there's going to be a pretty big party in Austin tonight with Suzuki, but somebody told me that you recently did an interview with Spanish TV where you said if you win a MotoGP race, you're going to cut your famous hair, you're going to shave your head. So tonight in Austin, are you going to start looking like me, or are you going to keep your famous locks? What's happening, Alex? Come on.
Can be with 6 or 7 Estrella Galicia beers. Can be.
So we might see you looking slightly differently in Jerez in 3 weeks' time.
Can be. Surprise.
Alex, many congratulations. Fantastic job today. Many congratulations as well to all the Suzuki guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, welcome back to COTA here in Austin. Before Argentina, this man had no podiums in 259 days, and now he's had 2 in the space of 14, which I'm really happy to say. Valentino, really strange race here today in Austin. So many things happened. Jump starts of Mir and Vinales, Cal crashing out of the podium battle, and of course Mark crashing out of the lead. But you had a terrific fight for Alex Rins in those last laps. At one stage, you must have thought that first win since Assen was going to be there.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, because today was a good chance for win, and it's a long time that I don't win, so I'm very frustrated from this. But from the other side, I try everything, and I did a very good race. I stay a lot in front. Also after the Mark crash, I continue to push, but my problem is that at the end the Rins was a bit stronger than me. I tried the maximum. I did some mistakes, unfortunately. Maybe if I do everything perfect, I can try to attack him, but he was a bit better than me in the last laps. So mixed feeling. From one side, sorry for the victory. From the other side is a great result after a great weekend. I was strong. 20 points, very important for the championship. The championship is very open, but especially looks like that we are good. We are strong this year. The bike is improved, and this is the most important things because maybe we can fight a lot of times.
So many things to talk about in that race, Valentina, but one of the major talking points was obviously Mark crashing out of the lead. He was 3.6 seconds clear. Nobody really expected that. How surprised were you? You were second at the time. I mean, was that a big shock to see Mark crashing out like he did?
Yeah, my strategy was try to stay with him because I know that he pushed for go away because he was the faster. Unfortunately, he was a bit faster than me. But anyway, he was there. I tried to concentrate on him for remain strong. When I see him crash, I say, and now what's happened? I don't expect because he won a lot of time. But you know, when you are at the limit, it can happen.
You were pushing right at the limit. When we got into turn 12 on the last lap, we thought, he's going to win this. He's come from a second or so behind Alex Rins. What was the key difference, do you feel, between the Suzuki today and the Yamaha? What was just that small thing that they had the advantage?
Rins was a bit faster than me in braking. He's good in acceleration and he ride very well. He did some good lines for avoid the bumps. So I was a bit more like this. But anyway, if I make all perfect, I can try. But unfortunately, I did a mistake in the 11. He arrived wide, but I arrived wider than him. And I lose. And on the last lap, I did a very good lap. I tried the maximum, but I don't want to try crazy. Because anyway, 20 points are important. He was a bit stronger, so it's like this.
Valentina, just before we let you go, we know that there's a sequence of races coming up now which you love. Jerez, Le Mans, Mugello, Barcelona, Assen. The Yamaha traditionally works well there. Now you're really in the championship battle. Do you think that Yamaha now has a package that can help you fight for wins in these racetracks that you really love?
Yeah, now we arrive in a very hot moment of the championship. We have 1 week stop, and after is bam, 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 like this to the Sachsenring. We are good, we are strong, and we work well. It looks like that the bike improve a lot. For sure, we have some areas where we have to work. We need the time, but we can be competitive. But we start from Jerez, that is the worst one, because in the last years we always suffer. So I'm very curious to understand if in Jerez we are anyway strong.
Valentina, it was great to see you putting up such a strong fight again. That victory, I'm sure, not too far away. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. Ciao.
Ladies and gentlemen, your top three here in Austin. Your race winner, Alex Rins. Second place for Valentino Rossi. And third for Jack Miller. Wow, what a day it has been. It has been here in Austin. Alex, many congratulations. Your first ever Motogp victory at a circuit where you picked up your first ever Grand Prix victory, of course, back in 2013. Talk us through the race. A fascinating one. Of course, Mark going down surprised everyone, I think. But it looked like you were just stalking Valentino for a while and finding out his strengths and weaknesses. And then when you got through, you must have had quite a nervous last couple of laps.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. As you said, I get my first winning here in Moto3 2013. And the feeling was incredible. During the weekend, sincerely, my feeling was not the best one. We suffered a little bit for stop the bike on the angles, on the small angles. But anyway, when we start the race, I try to forget everything. I try to ride. I recovered a lot of positions the first lap, so this is important. And when I was behind Valentino, I was at 1.5 seconds more or less, and I was saying, "Come on, Alex, you need to arrive. You need to do a bit of a spectacle, no?" And finally was like this. I arrived to Valentino. I was studying him, and in the end, when he did a small mistake, I overtook him. And I did the last 4 laps in the first position, and to the end, I did a small mistake on brakes. On T11, I go a little bit way, and I was thinking, wow, now Valentino will overtake you, and on the straight, ciao. but he come with me. He also go a little bit way, and I try to stay calm the last lap. I knew that Valentino has a lot of experience on this case, and nothing more. I'm super happy. Suzuki deserved this victory. Together we deserve it, so we need to continue same line.
Just explain how much this really means to Suzuki as a manufacturer. It's a massive win for them, of course. Their first since Maverick Vinales at Silverstone 2016. Just a tremendous result. And also, it proves how crucial the qualifying is for you, getting on those front 3 rows.
Yeah, basically, this victory is incredible for Suzuki. They work very hard. You know, this is my 3rd year with them. The last year we've been very strong in the last part of the season. In this season we worked really hard to have a competitive bike, to improve our competitive bike from the last year, and we did it. We improved not 1 second, but 3 tenths, 4 tenths. That in the end, in 20 laps, it's a lot of seconds. And in the end, well, it's incredible. I get my first victory here in Motogp, so I hope to ride to ride on the same level for more races.
Many congratulations to you,
guys.
Alex, race winner here today in Austin. Valentino, an eventful race for you. A really good start off the line, but Mark obviously got into turn 1 out front. You tried to stay with him for a while. I'm sure you were as surprised as everyone else when Mark went down, and you must have thought, well, here is my chance for victory. But unfortunately, Alex gets you in the end, although you really kept him honest. I mean, right until even the final lap, you made a 1/4 of a second up. So you must be gutted, but at the same time, delighted to be back on the podium again.
Yeah, it's like this. It's a mixed feeling. From one side, I'm very sorry because it's a long time that I don't win, and today was a great opportunity. But on the other side, I'm happy because it's a good race. I was strong also during the weekend and also last weekend in Argentina. And these 20 points are very important for the championship that is open. So it's more positive than negative. Yes, like you said, I try to stay close to Mark because I know that I think that he tried to escape. And I try to ride well to stay close to him, but he was a bit faster than me. But anyway, I lose a little bit, but anyway, I feel comfortable and I was good. And after when Marcus crashed, I remain a little bit surprised essentially, and I think okay, it's a good opportunity. We try, but I try to ride at the maximum, to ride smooth. Was a good race because we are fast. My problem is that Rins at the end was faster. He ride very well. He's good in braking, and I think that if I do everything perfect, I can attack him 1 time on the last lap. But unfortunately, I did 2 mistakes in braking, and I take a little bit of disadvantage. But anyway, remain a good race.
As you say, the bigger picture is it's very good for the championship. There's 9 points between 4 riders going into Jerez. You love Jerez, and it seems as though the Yamaha is working well. You must be very happy with the package right now going into the European season.
Yeah, the championship is very interesting, especially after the mistake of Marquez. But you have 4 different riders and 4 different bikes in 9 points, maybe. Now we go back to Europe. I love to race in Europe for sure because I know very well all the tracks. But Jerez is very difficult. In the past, in 17 and 18, was a disaster for us, for Yamaha. We were slow. So it's very interesting to understand if this year we can be more competitive also there.
And congratulations to you, Valentino. Back-to-back podiums then here at the start of the season. Now on to Jack Miller. Jack, welcome back to the press room on a Sunday for the first time since your iconic win in Assen. Well deserved. This has been coming, hasn't it, for you and the Pramac Ducati, although you did in the end have to ride quite a lonely race at times.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, it's great to be back here. Long time between drinks, that's for sure. No, I had like you say, a lonely old race from about 10 laps to go. I optioned the soft front, wasn't ideal. You know, I missing the FP3 and FP4 due to the weather was real crucial in me making that decision because I rode with the medium front on Friday and just didn't feel too comfortable. And after speaking to these guys, they had similar problems, but seemed today it seemed to come back into its own. It seemed to be a bit better. I started really struggling a lot with the right-hand side of the soft front, and you know, the rear was perfect the whole way through, so I sort of just tried to manage it the best I could. I saw Morbidelli was behind me for a bit, about five seconds, and just tried to manage that gap, and then I saw Dovi got in front of him, and then it started coming down quite quickly, and yeah, the heart rate started going back up. But no, it was a good race, good start. Like you said, Mark got a great start and really pushed, and Valet went with him hard. You know, Crutch and I felt on the limit, literally. I don't think they were like qualifying laps at the start there. We were pushing really hard, and you know, I didn't want to let them stretch too much out, and I think that was part of the reason why Mark crashed, was how hard he went at the start. He overcooked the front, obviously, and just was trying to get the temperature down and wouldn't do it. So, you know, fortunate today with the 2 crashes, but hey, we'll take it.
Qatar aside, of course, was a bit of a disaster, but in terms of your pace, you were in the running for the top 5, a 4th in Argentina, now a 3rd here. Things are looking bright. You're gelling with that Ducati 2019 bike very well. Yeah,
like you said, Qatar, apart from the rest of them, you know, since we've glued the seat on properly, it's been roses. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do in Europe.
Thanks very much, Jack. That's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Floor questions, please.
Valentino, sorry to interrupt you during your readings. Where is your M1 better here than last year? What's the difference?
Allora, we try to work on the electronic side for improved acceleration, because we have always problems to exit from the corner. And it's better also. We find also better balance compared to last year. The bike work better. And we try to work on the engine brake, on the acceleration, on the smoothness of the engine. And looks like that we need time, because we have some area where we have to improve. But looks like we start in the good way. This is we follow the right way. This is important. We have a good group in the box, and the challenge is difficult for sure, but we improve.
For Alex here. We saw at the end of the race that there is a team communication with saying mapping 3. Can you tell us more about that? Or does that help at the end of the race?
Well, I suffered a little bit to see the pit board. So, you know, during, I think, me and all the riders need to change the map to reduce the power. If not, the tires will destroy in 5 laps. No, so was for remaining.
2 questions. One for all 3 of you. On Friday, everyone was talking about the bumps, what a disaster the place was, and so on. So I just wanted to know what that effect had on the race, whether you felt it in the race, how you dealt with it. And my second question is to Valentino and Alex about, do you think your bikes are more balanced around here than, say, the Honda and Ducati? More balanced and more friendly, let's say. But first of all, the bumps to all of you.
Well, I think the bumps, I was suffering a lot on T2, on the second corner. Depends of the line, depends of the position. You feel more or less, but you know, mostly on the end of the race, when I was going through these bumps, I was losing a little bit the front tire, and this start to be dangerous. We already talked on the safety commission to do something for the next year, because it's a shame, no? Come here in America on this nice layout and feel all these bumps.
Yes, in the last years, always the Yamaha is good here in Austin. Also because we have a good stability on the bumps usually. But like Alex say, it's a shame because the track is fantastic, the layout is great, but for the bumps is the worst track in all the season, and also today is the same than Friday. We speak in the safety commission, but it's not easy to fix. So I think that we have to take the bumps.
Yeah. No, as the boys said, it's bumpy out there. I almost killed myself this morning down the back straight. Like I didn't really understand how Mark had that head shake yesterday, but I got it this morning on the first lap. I literally went out of the pit box and I thought it was game over. Just the wind was a little bit in the wrong spot. And it started tank slapping on me, and I literally had no idea what was going on. My feet came off, the brakes were gone to the handlebar, the lever, I had to pull it like 6 times. So there, and like Alex said, you know, I had the, as I said, with the soft front, and going into turn 2, you almost roll off early, and I have to take the chain force back on with the gas to actually accelerate over the bumps, otherwise the thing gets all swapped out. And doing that, you're going through the most crucial part of the corner with the gas on, taking load away from the front, and it was just towards the end of the race. I mean, I had 3 or 4 times on my elbow there, quite a big time. And yeah, we were fortunate today. I think also in the race, to be honest, down the back straight, I had quite a good opportunity to pass Cal there on the first lap, but I wasn't game to pull out and try and pass with the wind and everything because the front wheel's bouncing up and down. And when these bikes come past each other at close quarters, it blows like that, and that's the last thing you want at 340 k an hour or 330 k an hour. So definitely something needs to be done.
This is not for the bumps. This is for the speed, tío. If you get Suzuki or Yamaha,
less problem. For us, it's less problem at the end of the straight.
Yeah. But I felt my groin is hanging off now because the bike is so fast. I got to try and get it through that first sector of change directions, and fuck, the last laps I'm going. I think I would have swapped with you halfway through the race.
No, which was the second question? Sorry.
Just the.
You covered it.
I just wanted to talk about the general balance of the Suzuki. You always talk about how balanced a bike is. Do you think that is a particular advantage at a track like this, which is a very bumpy, tricky track?
No, for sure we have a balanced bike. During last year, this pre-season, we did a very good job with Suzuki staff to improve the bike. And I think our base setup is very nice. Bumping track, long track, small track, with long straights. You understand, no? So I think we can fight in mostly all the tracks. For sure, with big straights like in Qatar, we will suffer a little bit. But I'm strong. I feel strong. All the team are giving me good vibrations. So this is nice.
A question for Alex and a question for Valentino. Alex, does it feel like this is the start of something different for you now that you've won the first race and got that out of the way? And Valentino, we've seen you in previous seasons recently be really consistent and use that to challenge for the title. Does it feel like that is possible again this year?
Well, for sure. Since middle of the season, 2018 season, we did a big step. No, I was excited to win. I was very close in Valencia last year. I was so close in Qatar. I was thinking on the victory. No, me and all my team, we was thinking on this. Finally arrive. We don't need to lose the papers. We need to continue same line. Continue. For sure, we need to improve the qualifying to start on the better position. But we need to continue the same work as we are doing now.
Is early to say. Allora, we have some positive things, like for example last year maybe I don't make 2 second place, so just 1, so already 2. So, but on the other side, depends very much also on what's happened during the season, because now MotoGP is like Formula 1. Everybody working and everybody improved the bike. In 2017, after Austin, I was first in the championship. But after we arrived in Europe and Honda and Ducati improved, and was the second half of the season was a disaster. So we need to take these points, this result for sure, but keep concentrated and push on Yamaha for work, for improve the bike, because usually in the second half of the season everybody make a step. So and try, but in all the 3 races of this year I was competitive, because also in Qatar I was fast. This is the most important. We have to try to continue like this.
Question for Valentino. Valentino, when you're following Alex, you saw clearly what is happening in the Suzuki now, where Suzuki is better than Yamaha, and in the first 3 laps you saw some differences also with Honda, or Mark is doing the difference there?
Allora, with Alex, for example, he ride very well. He did 2 or 3 places a very good line for avoid the bumps, and he was very strong in braking. And looks like that the bike is good, and he can bring the bike at the limit. I think that at the end he was a bit faster than me. And Marquez at the beginning, he was very fast, change of direction, acceleration, and braking, more or less everywhere. And also he ride very well here in Austin. He have some small tricks, some small secret that are very clever to go fast in this track. I think this.
A question for Valentino and for Jack, also over here. Hello. Hi. It's a similar question, actually, about Alex. From what you see on track, is there anything that he does specifically well in terms of his riding? And also, do you consider Alex to be a challenger in this year's championship?
No, definitely. Like he said before, you know, he have a little bit the opposite of my problem. I'm always there in the qualifying and seem to struggle in the race. So he have the other way around. Like we see that today, if he gets a decent qualifying position, he's able to challenge no matter what. You know, every time I sit down with the team and make a debrief, you know, or a plan for the race, we always say Rins and Valentino, they're going to be there in the race. Doesn't matter where they qualify. You know they're going to be there. So, no, I think the Suzuki is working really well at the moment. You know, we had a great battle in Argentina, and I was able to see some things. So also today, you know, once he came past me, he clicked up a gear. You know, he saw Mark go down, I feel, and then he put the red rag to the bull. He took off. So no, I have to say big congratulations to him, and I think, you know, this is just the start of something for him and for Suzuki.
Yeah, I think that for sure is as an opponent for the title, because it's not a one race. It's from the second part of last season that is always in front, and he's always, like Jack say, that he's always very fast in the race. Also, if sometimes struggling in the practice, and I'm very happy with this because we are more or less in the same boat. So a lot of time I see his lap time and I say, fuck, one that is slow in the practice. But for me, he ride very clever, in a clever way, and he's very smooth with everything, and this is very important for save the tire in the second half. In fact, in the second half of the race, he's always strong, and it's very difficult to beat, yes.
Valentino, yeah. For the 2 last years, the Spanish Grand Prix was a bit difficult for you. Race was a big problem for the grip for the Yamaha. Do you think this year it could be different? And do you think that this race could help you to understand more about what to expect for you this season?
Yeah, I agree, because in 17 was a disaster, and in 18 was a bit better. But anyway, I suffered very much during all the practice. I was not, during all the weekend. So for us, Jerez. I love the track, but looks like that in the last years is not easy for us. So like you said, it's very important for understand if we can be strong also there is very positive. Yeah, maybe we have new asphalt, maybe better, yeah.
This question is for Jack. Jack, we know that Petrucci's on a one-year contract with Ducati, and is one of your goals to get the other factory seat for next year? Is that one of your goals for this year? And what do you think you have to do to be more consistent and make a run for the championship?
For sure, my main goal is to try and secure a factory seat. I'd love it to be at Ducati. I feel, we're doing a good job this year so far, out qualifying every time, and both races I finished in front of him. So, no, it's been a good year so far, but we'll wait and see. Normally the last couple of years I've always started the season out strong, and let's say around Mugello, the wheels are kind of falling off the wagon. So hopefully this year we'll be able to keep them on and keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, hi. Sorry, another question for all 3 riders. Today there were 2 more jump starts. Is this something that you can think about, or is it just part of race preparation and doesn't bother you? Because it's a little strange. We had 1 2 weeks ago and then 2 more.
We didn't see them. Were they bad ones or worse than Cal? But were they one behind each other? How did it go? Was it, did one go and then the other jumped, or it's hard. We haven't seen the tape, so it's kind of hard to say anything at the moment.
but they said no moving, no?
Yeah, if the rules say you can't move, you can move. For sure, when I was waiting for turn off the red light, I saw Maverick moving a little bit. We talk about this regulation, no? But finally, if you move, you need to do a ride through, no more.
For me, the rule is very strict for sure, but is the only way to fix the start. So you cannot move, stop, because if you start, maybe you move a little bit, but you don't take advantage. After we open a situation that you cannot close. So it's like this. For sure the penalty is too high. So because the ride through, you lose 30-35 seconds and the race is over. Maybe we have to think to something smaller, I don't know. But for me the rule is the only way to be sure that nobody move.
All right, COTA has always been difficult for tire management. Valley, as we watched it come into the last laps, it didn't look like you were as aggressive on the brakes towards the end as you were earlier. Was that a part? And the second question for all three of you. You guys wear black Stetsons well. I got to hear a great howdy y'all from each of you.
You need to say howdy. You need to say howdy, y'all.
What?
Howdy, partner.
Like a cowboy.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah, but I tried to push in the last lap for arrive very close for try one attack, but was not enough. Dobbiamo dire. Vai, Jack. No. He's try you before.
Howdy, y'all.
Maybe Jack is better.
How you say?
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, yellow.
Die. Howdy ho. Like this. Okay. Thank you. Come on.
Oh, one last question. You're not done yet. To come back to the ride-through, did you talk about ride-through penalties in the safety commission? And did you talk about the long lap?
Yeah, we talk about the long lap, but after, allora, a lot of people are agree, but on the same time, Cal say, but I take already the penalty, the bigger penalty, so now if you change the rule, I am disadvantaged. The discussion keeps open.
Exactly, the discussion keeps going. I mean, if we look back to rules changing after people get fucked over by the rules, look back to Argentina last year. About the rules changing after. What about me in Argentina last year? So anyway, somebody gonna get the stick. So doesn't matter.
So maybe a good thing is try to change for next year. Maybe. Yeah.
Done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, it's not.